Hey, good morning. Good morning, people. This is Spirit Journey. How you guys doing there? I hope all is well. Yes. Yes, I am starting this live stream a little later than usual. Yes, today is Wednesday, February 3rd, 2021, and the time is 8:17 a.m. in the morning. Yes, it is. Yeah, I'm doing well this morning. This video will be a little different. I'm going to talk about two things. My morning vision that I had for the day. And those of you who've been following, you know how I go about and doing my early morning visions. And the second thing I want to talk about is YouTube etiquette. And I feel that because of some things that happened yesterday while I was live streaming, I thought it was a good time to discuss such. And yes, I hope, hello viewers, and I invite you to say hello in the chat room and to give me a thumbs up. Yeah, I think that's one of the things I want to initiate on my channel, part of the etiquette in coming to Spirit Journey channel. Then when you come in the chat room to promote a spirit of wellness, so you just come on and just say hello and to give me a thumbs up. It helps me with the algorithms. So I appreciate that you do that in advance. I appreciate for those of you who do that. Hey, how you doing, Michael? Hey, great morning. Yes, long time no see, huh? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Yeah, I'm basically just getting started here. And yeah, I'm out in my living room right now. And I have my monitors, so you're going to see my eyes dart in different sections of the monitor that I have. I have my computer and a monitor, so I could navigate the different windows that I need to look at. Yeah, so it's really weird when you're behind the wheel and you're in a different location. I've been on the couch behind me, doing my live videos for the past few days. Yeah, yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, so I'm going to talk about two things. The quick thing I'm going to talk about is the morning vision that I saw today. And basically, for those of you who are new on my channel, who will be watching, basically what I do, I started doing this in 2017. Oh, wait a minute. I want to make sure that the audio is okay. I have my mic right on the side, but I want to make sure if it's too loud or funny sounding, so I could adjust the volume. If the volume and the audio is good, just give me, you can type in the letter, the number 1 for yes, or you just type in the word yes, just to let me know that I'm on track. And sometimes with doing a live stream, sometimes the audio, something happens or might drop. That happens too. You do a live stream, but the screen has froze and you think that it's going on okay, but it's not. It dropped. So let me know if something happens in the transmission or with the audio. You just type in the chat room, just a quick note. Thank you again, Michael. Thank you again for giving me type in the number 1 that the audio is good. So with all that formality out the way, so I'll begin with the vision that I had real quick. Some of you know that I've been doing meditation, and upon waking up in the morning, basically what I do is I just lie there still in bed. I keep my eyes closed upon awakening from sleep or even having a dream. And I notice that when you just relax and just kind of like as if you're looking straight ahead at your eyelids, you see something. Sometimes it could be something like a video or a still photo, What I saw today, it looked as if a figure of, looked like a dog sitting down, and something like that. And then the top of where the head would go was round. And inside the roundness of the head, like it was like a circle, there was like a screen, and it was like you see a light, like an energy light. I call it an energy light. It's not. It seems to be very dense light, flat in texture, and it kind of like moves, and as it intensifies, that light is then going to usually result in seeing an image or video. What I saw today, it looked like a football game. It sounds weird. I don't even play football, but that's what it looked like. When they're on the field and they tackle each other. Because I remember seeing, the uniform, tight, like the tight pants, and they, in a all mumbled together like that. It was just for a few seconds, and then it disappeared. So that is a first. So I don't know what it means. And again, generally, the images or video that I see usually comes out from a light source. Like I see an energy light, and out from that light, then it intensifies, and then it gets clear, and then you see something. So I'm wondering what that is all about. And it's really reinforcing in my belief system that life is not what it appears. And I've said this several times throughout my channel. Life, I'm believing more and more, life is, a channel. Just like this is a YouTube channel. And there are tons of YouTube channels out there that one could tap into. In this case, this is a computer that I have, and I could type on the keyboard and look at any particular, hey, Sophia, and I could look at anyone's video. So I'm slowly really believing that the things that I see during my visions is like a channel. Your brain is a receiver. The brain, according to researchers, say that it doesn't create anything. And in fact, the brain does not store this dimension. But when you're in a sleep state and coming out, again, you're in between two dimensions. The three-dimensional world that you see me in, that I'm interacting with, and then the world of when you're dreaming. And I believe it's like a bridge. And what I have developed since 2017 is that I could maybe prolong, okay, these are two worlds, two worlds, the dream world and then the 3D world. But in between, you have like different switches that you can turn on, and you can see different things. You can access different realities. And so I'm learning how to stay in that, in the bridge, in between these two worlds, just briefly upon waking up from sleeping or dreaming. It would really be interesting how I could really tap onto these different channels by design, let's say. What I do, I don't even say to myself, oh, I want to focus on this or that, go to that place. I just go with the flow. But in like regular meditation, when I'm behind me, at my meditation table or at my mirror, you do like what I call a formal meditation. You're sitting Indian style, you got a candle going on, you set the mood and you close your eyes and hope you see something. I find it more difficult to do it that way. So I usually don't really see anything when I do that. But when I'm coming out from a sleep, bingo, that's when a lot of the magic happens. Because again, your body and your frequency. And I'm not trying to sound new agey when I say frequency. But imagine, when you're awake, you're at a different awareness. And then the sleep world is another awareness. So it's easy. My little dog. Yeah, it's snowing. New York City. I have little doggies, those of you who are new here. Yeah, my little boy. Let me pick him up so I can show you him. Come here. You want to get on TV? Yeah, this is him. His name is Lavender. He's the little boy in our family. Yeah, and it had snowed the other day, real heavy in New York City, and sometimes like with skyscrapers and stuff, the snow falls down and hits upon a window or something, and it makes a loud noise, and it scares my little boy here. So that's what's happening when sometimes he might bark or something, or I live in an apartment, and people might walk by the door, outside the door, and they might make noise or something, and he's letting me know, he's letting mommy know, hey, there's something going on back there. Yeah, he's a good watchdog, definitely. Yeah. So I did. Yeah, this is my little elixir today. Yeah, it's a Pekingese. Yeah, and it's a Pekingese, and I have what do I have? I have beet juice powder, no, beet powder, the beets, a little bit of ginger, and it's one other thing, I can't remember. Yeah, it's settling to the bottom there, so I got to stir it up. But yeah, I try to get my water in the morning. Yeah. So, yeah, it's a Pekingese, and try it, Michael. I think you'll enjoy it. Yeah, and yes, good. Yes, good morning, Jet Juice. I see that you just come on. Yeah, so so that's basically what has been happening. With my dream, experimenting with the visions that I have, and go with it. I also, so that's basically all that with regard to my vision for the day. Now I want to talk about something else, and it's really I'm glad that that the people who are on the chat room are on the chat room. I now want to talk about more about the channel. Spirit Journey channel has been around. I think it started in 2014, and I have other channels too. But Spirit Journey channel is a channel about my really trying to find out what's going on here. I had a paradigm shift in 2015, and I express about my awakenings. I share a lot of things with you guys, and I like to present myself in a candid way. I have my ups and downs. You even see me with looking messy and everything. You see me outside. I show all different aspects of my life. This channel almost serves like a diary. But I think because what I experienced yesterday while doing a live stream, I think to set some guidelines. And again, this channel is not about trying to embarrass people. It's about respect, mutual respect. And I respect my viewers. I respect the people who are in the chat room. And I want the people in the chat room to respect one another as well. This channel is like my home. You're not physically here, but YouTube and the varieties of channels. Yes, hello, Creative Renewal. Good morning, good morning. Yeah, I actually have, thank you, Creative Renewal. Yes, Creative Renewal, this is, I saw her avatar for the first time, at least my remembering her avatar, just yesterday. I think it was yesterday or the day before. But it's really great to get new people, new people to write in the chat room. Yes, some people may watch, but they may not communicate in the chat room, and that's fine too. I want you comfortable. I want you all, like, when you come in for the etiquette, to say hello, which you guys have done, and if possible, to give me a thumbs up. It helps the algorithms and all that. And again, it's what you feel comfortable, but I'm just thinking for, the etiquette, since I want to set a pace here on my channel, that if you do that, and when you have to leave, that's okay too. You just say, I have to go now, bye, and so we know that you're not there anymore. It sets a pace of mutual respect for everybody. And if I have to go or something, I have to say that I have to go too. But I was concerned about yesterday, and I wanted to see. This is a sensitive matter, but I think it's good to be upfront about things. Yeah, and as my channel, yeah, I didn't change my channel name. I actually have a new channel. So it's this channel, and then I did have a prior channel, and it still exists. And so I didn't like change my name, but I just added another channel. But thank you for remembering that I had another, something else. There was you knew me under another name. So it's great that you've been following for this long. It's been a while. Yeah. They're still up, but I just don't put content on them. And my newest channel is called Orb Whisperer. Yes, I bought these devices, what do you call it, these security cameras that has a very high, ultra high sensitivity, and it could it picks up orbs. Yes. And so that channel is just dedicated to orbs. That's right, you heard the word right, orbs, those little round things. Yeah. I shared a year ago in December was my experience of my first orb that I saw with the naked eye. And for a whole year I was wondering, wow, I hope I see it again. And yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, thanks, Creative Renewal. Yeah. So getting back to the topic now. I am who I am, and I like to feel comfortable. I'm a New Yorker. I'm a black woman. I'm a vet. I'm many things, many different aspects for myself. Of myself. And just like you also out there who are watching, you come from all different backgrounds, different gender, different races, different nationalities, different experiences. And I respect you for all what you are. You guys also contribute to the whole feel of the channel. In 2020, I mean, for the past years, the climate, the racial climate, and the politics, I don't even have to say, it's been a wreck. I don't care what people's races are. I don't care what your religion is. Your nationality. I want this to be something that anyone could enjoy. However, I am a black woman, and so my perspective in what I do is heavily influenced from that experience being a black woman in America, black woman living in New York City. That is not all what I am, but it's an important part of who I am. And interesting enough, that I like Creative Renewal had mentioned, yet I have another channel, and that channel is called Blackcom Warning, and I started that channel specifically to address black issues. I think my very first video on that channel was addressing the vet, in particular the black vet in New York City, and how to get a vendor's license. See, I was about sharing information to black people, but anybody could benefit from that information, whether you're a white veteran, a yellow veteran, a gray, a blue, whatever. The rules apply for this for the same thing. If you're trying to get a vendor's license, for a veteran's vendor's license, it applies to everybody. So, okay. So, but this was my channel. I mean, the channel back then, and so it's a part of who you are. Like, let's say if I was a dancer, anybody could benefit by, let's say, how I do stretching, how to prevent injuries. Anybody, but it's part of who I am. And so I'm not going to hide that. And I'm not about hating on anybody. I'm not about, it's not about supremacy over anybody else. This channel is about expression of who I am, and about personal liberation and personal empowerment based on who you are. So whether I'm a black person, empowerment to, because most people who watch this channel are black people, at least based on their avatar and some of the things that they shared. So it's understand, if you're talking to an audience and most of the people are people of color, or are black or African or West Indian, basically they understand where I'm coming from, and we share our experiences. You could be of other what they call racial minorities. I hate the term minority, but I use it because you understand what I'm saying. So they might benefit also, and they may have experienced things that I've experienced. So I've said in many of my videos that whatever who you are, love yourself. It is about self-love, and when you're able to love yourself, part of loving yourself is, hey, eating right, taking care of your health, cleaning up your place, eating the right food, having balance in your life, having balance. Yes. And so so that's what it's about. So whether I talk about empowerment, and if you're a white person, a Asian person, a Hispanic person, a West Indian, an African, an Asian, you benefit from that too, because it's about you empowering you. It's not about supremacy. I've never been about supremacy and taking over the planet. No, it's about a spiritual awakening for you, regardless of your background, regardless what you identify with. It's about loving yourself, loving your family. If you have family, loving your family. Could you imagine someone, let's say, I don't have children, human children, I have my little doggies. But just imagine if a parent hates their child, and let's say the child looks exactly like that parent, and let's say that parent is kicking and abusing that child. Would you consider that love? And people who do that, I don't think they would love themselves. So when you're able to first love you, take care of yourself, your health, then you can also love your neighbor. You can also love your children. You can love your pets. You can love the people in your town. You can love the people in your country. You can love the planet. That's what I'm getting at. And the whole thing about what is race. I shared yesterday in my video that race is not even real. Race is not real. Yeah, I'm in this physical form, right? Just like you're in that physical form too. And you have your experiences. Let's say you have in this physical form, let's say you're a female. There are some things that women alone will experience. Women have their periods, and women carry babies in their womb, right? So you understand what I'm saying? So some things will only be experienced by a woman because of what they are. It doesn't mean that women are superior to men. It just means that that is the experience that they have because of their mechanics. It doesn't mean better or inferior. It's just a quality. Race, whatever what you so-called race, is just qualities. They're not inferior or superior. It's just an expression. It's like a diamond. That a diamond, a diamond, has many facets to it, right? You ever see a diamond before, or gem? It has facets, right? It's one diamond, and it has many reflections on it. Okay? That's what you are. You are all diamonds. Some diamonds are male, some are female, some are black, some are white, some are yellow, some are brown. You know what I'm getting at? And the fact that the very first thing that I mentioned in this today's live stream was about the vision I had. And what did I share with you? That I'm in two different worlds. The dream world and the 3D world that we're communicating on. But when I have the vision, it's in between these two states. Okay? So I could see anything. I could have any experience when you're in the in-between. But this experience that we're having right now is just that, an experience. We're experiencing ideas. We're experiencing emotions. And that at times, when I'm expressing myself, that I could maybe say something and trigger somebody. Have you ever been in a company of someone and everything you think is cool, but someone responds in a way that you wonder, well, what's going on? What is going on? And so this is what happened yesterday, and I thought, hey, I think it's time to, have certain YouTube etiquettes, and to respect each other. And if I said something to offend, it'd be good to express what I said. So what I did yesterday, after I did my live stream, and I'm looking straight ahead, I see that there are comments going up. Okay, but I'm not reading it right now because I don't want to get pulled off the track of what I'm saying. And that's in part what was going on yesterday at the end, at the 1 hour and 59-minute marker was where some challenges started taking place. So, wait a minute, let's see here. The 1 hour, 1 hour and 29 minutes, and then again when it approached the 2-hour marker. Yeah, I did a long live stream yesterday. It was about 2.5 hours, and everything was going very smooth, as usual with the chat room. I love a lively chat room, and for this, the etiquette that I also want to establish is that it's best to talk on topic. Like, let's say if I'm talking about vision, maybe someone can talk about, hey, I had this vision, or could you clarify about certain things in vision, with the vision that you had. It's adding into the topic. Not adding. It's elaborating on what's being discussed to keep the train of thought, so not to distract anyone from where it's headed. And so I think that's very important. And if someone wants to talk about something else, on a later stream. So that's very, very important. Also, what's important is that as this, being that this channel is a few years old, and I respect the people on it. And this channel, for me, is like a home. This home channel is called Spirit Journey. And basically, a channel name is to reflect some type of quality that I want to promote. And in this case, it's about a spiritual journey because I was like everybody else, and then one day I had a paradigm shift. I used to be a church person, and that's a thing of the past right now. So I've come a long way about a lot of things, and now every day is almost like a new event. So yeah, it's very important, because as a home, that it's like those people who are watching, or will, in the live chat, or let's say once this live stream is up and people later on, over the days come in and review the chat, the video, think of it like being invited into someone's home. When it's a live chat, I have the chat room activated, and it's like you're coming into the door. So when I initially turn it on, the live stream, those of you who are subscribed, it's like you're getting a ring on the bell. Say, hey, Spirit Journey is having an open house, and you all are welcome to come in, and you take a seat, enjoy the conversation, and everybody's respecting everybody's space. But what I felt would happen yesterday was that someone was not respecting my home. I felt at a particular moment at the it started around the 1 hour and 29-minute marker, and there was an introduction of something that I didn't understand, and I was wondering how did that topic come about. And after the live stream, I went back when the live chat was available to review, and I couldn't figure out what was said on my part that might have triggered. So I wrote down, I have to blow my nose, sorry. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. My nose started itching. Sorry. So I wanted to go over that with you. I'm a person. It is hard for me. I hate confrontation, but you know, Spirit Journey channel is like my home, just like your channels is your home. And when someone comes and visit you, I'm sure you have, you want certain respect. Like I wouldn't go into someone's home and put my foot on someone's coffee table, especially if I have dirty shoes on, So you have to respect that special place so that everyone will enjoy the comforts. And if someone, a guest, is feeling uncomfortable, it is good to know that that they have a particular need at that time to be addressed, and maybe it might be time for that person. Maybe that person may not be feeling well, and it might be appropriate to excuse yourself and go home until you feel better. And so I think that is a positive thing for everybody, because no one wants anyone upset or anyone being intimidated. And I thought that also was what was happening, that someone was being, I felt that an intimidating spirit started coming out. And so what I was going to share with you was those things that happen. So I have in front of me, because see, I want to substantiate what I talk about. Okay, and again, I'm doing this not to shame, but to understand what happened and at what point. Because I couldn't figure out what I said to have something, the type of response. And I don't want people to be, I don't want to be bullied in my own home. And I don't want someone to, if someone has a beef with me or concern, if I offend someone, to politely say what the concern was. But I felt when an individual had told the other people who are in the chat room that they are to say something against me, it's like someone kicking me out of my own house. And I will not stand for that. Yeah, I'm very laid back. I'm soft-spoken, but I would not tolerate anybody to be disrespectful to my viewers who are in the chat room or myself, okay? So I'm going to share with you what the part, okay, what happened. Let me see. Let me just show you. Okay, I'm navigating with the different screens here. Okay, I'm going to switch the screen, and you're going to see part of the video, the chat room from yesterday. Okay, just a moment. Okay, so I can move my face. Let me move my face from there. Let's see. So I want you all to see it. Oops. Let me see here. Wait a minute. Mini-me. Okay, let me switch again. Sorry. Yeah, so I'm just trying to... okay, so I just moved my face off so you can all see the screen clearly. So, okay, so what you're looking at now, you see me in the center here, and these are some of the comments. And the stream here, okay, this is at the 1 hour and 38 minute marker. I'm going to put it to the 129, and just for a couple of seconds, what I was talking about. Okay, I'm going to move it to the 1 hour and 28 minutes. Okay, just so you know, so you see, you get things in context. Okay, let me play it.
Are sensitive to the subject of racism.
Oh, let me turn it on.
My whole life, my whole when I was a youngster in my 20s, everything revolved around race. But you know, see, what is race? But a construct. It's a made-up construct. Yes, we have different shapes, sizes, and colors, but we're not our color. We're not. They want you to hate yourself. Yes, there is this thing called slavery, but there's slavery right now. See, they want you in a mindset, people. They want you in a mindset that woe is me and those people, this and that. You know, but if you really want to analyze what's going on, it's more than just race, and that's where the boule comes in.
Okay.
I put in the description that I wanted to talk about the boule. I wasn't sure the spelling.
Okay, so that's at the 1 hour and 29-minute marker. Okay. And as you see on the side here, in the chat room from yesterday, okay, because I did mention about Dr. Sebi earlier, and I talked about Dr. Sebi, and then Floyd, and then as you just heard what I was saying, I was just talking about, you know, race is a made-up construct, and here they have people fighting. You know, they want us to fight each other, okay? And then, you know, I'm sharing this part just so that you can get a context of the topics that I talked about just before a particular statement was said. Okay, so that's the 1 hour and 29 minutes. I'm now going to fast forward it just 10 minutes forward to the 1 hour and 38 minutes. Just for context, so you know, so you understand what I'm talking about.
Yeah, there's, you know, they say two things at the same time.
I hope you guys can hear.
They have a veneer of everything black, but there's nothing black about them. It's a paradox about them. The places where they want to go. It's not about uplifting the general black population. Why? Why is that? And they fight amongst each other too. I know a girl who is a.
Okay, wait a minute. Let me back up just a little bit more because the comment on the side just popped up. Okay. Just a little bit before, wait a minute. I want to get in. Okay, I want to get in, yeah. So this is the 134 months. So I just put it back maybe 4 minutes, okay. Okay, so let me play it again. This is, again, just to get context. And I want you to notice the comments in the chat room from yesterday that I'm sharing with you guys, okay? Okay, so I'm going to go.
Knowledge and access to influence. Why aren't they positively helping out those underdogs of the black community? Well, I think they serve as spies. Why I say that? I lived near, growing up, I lived near St. Albans, Queens, and that historically, it used to be a white neighborhood, and then it turned over to an upper black, blacks who had money, who were homeowners. And you have some beautiful homes there. And I think that's where James Brown used to live also. And I think Malcolm X lives there as well. And he got his house firebombed. But either way, someone who I know had, they went to an elderly center, where the elderly can go and socialize. And it's sponsored by one of those sororities, those famous black sorority people. And I said, why are they in the middle of this neighborhood? Why? I mean, it's in big, bold letters, this sorority. And and it's a center for, the elderly can now go to. Why don't they have a place for young people? Because, I mean, it sounds bad.
So start to notice on the right-hand side,
and if I'm wrong, please forgive me if I'm wrong. Yes.
The chat on the right-hand side from yesterday.
Enforced division among us, yes. But I was thinking, what do elderly people have if they go to that location? They probably are homeowners. They want to know who's dying. They might want to know about your assets. Maybe they want to get your assets. Or maybe they want to, I know so-and-so who is a healthcare provider and could go and watch over your parents, when you're at work. That's what I think. It's not about love. It's about tracking people in the black community and the black community who has some money. That's where we go there, right? Yeah. It gave me the creeps. And then one time here, near where I live here in New York City, it was a fraternity organization.
Yes, I'm still talking about the boule and different
free food out there, and they even gave me.
Yeah. So again, it's almost at the part that I want you to see. So right now, I'm just giving context to what I was saying, and I wasn't talking about white people. I was talking about the boule and other sororities and fraternities who infiltrate the black community, and they make you think that they're about us, but they're not. Some are decent people, but some are a front. And so this is what I was talking about. So I'm almost at the point where the comment is going to pop in just shortly. Okay, it's going to come out very shortly. It's on the 1 hour and 36.
But it's like, why
so it's like 1 minute.
Point? Why then? They never came back. Even with the Bible in the New Testament.
I hope you guys could hear. If you can hear, please type a 1 that you can hear the audio, because I have to put the mic up to the computer.
He stayed in these communities. He catered to those communities. So how come these socialites, these people, how come they don't seem to hire anyone else outside of their group? Why is that? Because it's not about black people. It's about people who are initiates.
Okay.
Just like you have white people who are initiates, who maybe they probably do the same thing in white communities too. Find out other people getting their business.
Thank you, guys.
Find out who's doing what in certain neighborhoods. Spy on them. I don't know. It's just very, there's, they say two things at the same time.
Okay, should be coming shortly.
Of everything black, but there's nothing black about them. It's a paradox about them. The places where they want to go.
Okay,
it's not about uplifting the general black population.
Okay, the comment. So you hear what I was. Sorry, let me put down the mic. Okay, so you all are hearing and seeing the comment from yesterday, and the comment just popped in now at the 1 hour and 38 minute and 34 second by the name that you see on the very bottom, and the person said, Claudia's right, the left profits from the division between us, but you have to watch yourself, Journey. What if I said I was pro-white? What if I said I'm only going to buy white? It works both ways. So this was the beginning comment that I didn't understand what was going on. It surprised me And so I said, okay. And so let me continue. Okay. So I'm just getting, I'm just, okay. So this is very important because I want to understand. See, my channel, it's about understanding people. I'm not here to embarrass anybody, and I want to find out what happened. So this was the comment. That was the initial comment, and then let's continue. I'm going to continue, so we all see what it says. Okay. Now, I never said anything about pro-white and whatever. I was talking about the boule. And my channel for years I talked about that anybody could, yeah, I'm going to show that. Yeah. See, anybody could come into a channel and be a guest. But I wanted to do this stream because I didn't understand what happened. And I watched it. I noted when the comment came in. And so maybe I said something that I didn't realize I said. But as you can all hear, that I never said anything so-called militant against anyone. I am far from that. I expose black people who do things against myself or other blacks or whites, and I expose white people who do things against the country or myself or other blacks. I've always been this way. And so that's why I don't have a lot of friends, because I expose things. But I feel this is a journey, and I'm about exposing things when it's necessary. Okay? And so when I saw this first comment from this person that you see there on the bottom from yesterday's live stream, I took note. So I'm going to continue, and you see for yourself what I said and what I didn't say, and to try to come to understanding. And so this person could explain to me what triggered them. I'm talking about the boule. The boule, in case this person doesn't know who the boule is, the boule is an organization of American blacks, many of them of mixed ancestry, but they're in general black people who are they're oftentimes college graduates. They have in professions like medicine. They might be lawyers. They're the elite of the black community. And I found I had experiences, and I was watching a program just the day, either the day before or earlier that same day. It was earlier that same day, about the boule. This woman who have been around that circle of people because of who her parents were. They were indirectly in that clique. Their families knew all the affluent black people. And she has, she had photos, she has, her grandmother shared stories about the boule. And so when I got her information, I started, thinking about it, and my experience of people who belong to certain sororities or fraternities, and that I think some of the individuals are really against the black community. So it was not about white people. The Boule is not a white organization. Well, it's not a it's not a white organization. I was talking about black people. And I also shared that I'm sure you have white fraternities and sororities, and they do the same thing amongst their own. People are people. And as we see that we're all the same. We're just different packages, but we're affecting each other. You have blacks who are affecting other blacks, and you have whites who are affecting other whites. And that's what I was talking about yesterday at this point. So let me continue on and notice the following comments from this person.
Why? Why is that? And they fight amongst each other too. I know a girl who is in a sorority. Yes, she is. She's a nice person, and she was voted the top teacher in the school, and she was being promoted to become, like they have something in New York that.
Let me see if I fast forward. Okay, let me see if I can fast forward a little bit, because I want to find the other comments. Okay, these are more comments. So this is at the 1 hour and 45 minute and 42 second marker. And as you see here, the person says, I want to uplift the general white population. White lives matter. What do you think about that? Okay, so I don't know where this train of thought came from. So I give you a chance to explain yourself, what you're talking about. I'm not talking about that white people don't matter. I'm not even talking about white people. I'm talking about the black community. Again, I'm a black woman, and I live in America. I live in New York City, and so I'm only expressing from my experience. And again, I have a white ancestry, and I embrace both in me. But it doesn't matter what I'm mixed with. What matters is the perception and what people consider me and how I was socially raised. So most people, when they see me, they see a black woman or some woman of color. And I have experiences based on that. But again, as I mentioned in the very beginning of this live stream, that we are not a race. We're just an experience. We are all a diamond having different facets. That's all that we are. But I'm explaining this facet that I'm experiencing. So, okay. Yeah, right now where I am talking about race. So I didn't understand. See, I've always talked about race on my channel. Especially in 2020, with all the stuff going on. I'm nothing new. I pretty much say the same thing, but put in different aspects about the experience. What is my experience? It's like I cannot separate myself being a female. And when I was in the military, and most of the people in the military are men, believe me, if you're a female and you're one of the few females amongst men, you're going to have a different awareness from someone who is, let's say, in a room with all female. So I didn't understand what the change was. And because you've been on my channel for a while, I remember your name from a couple of years back. And you haven't been around for a while, and then you came back to my channel just recently. I think with the past 2 weeks, and I welcomed you back. Yeah, and I was very excited to hear you back, and you communicated, and I talk about the same things basically, my experience. I'm open about myself. I'm open about my experiences, and I address issues. So let me go on. So I didn't understand where that was. I want to uplift the general white population. White lives matter. What do you think about that? Yeah, okay. Yeah, white lives do matter. And that's why I share some of the things I share. When I see something wrong, when I saw someone thug these 2 white dudes, I question, I don't like violence. I don't like when anybody attacks somebody just because. I hate it. I don't like it. And I shared in my videos, people, that, like I remember when I was a student, and I knew what was going on. And I knew that these 2 individuals wanted to use me because of my race. And they were going to do something against this other race of people. And they thought because of my color that I would join in. But when I did not join in, guess what they did to me? You know what they did to me? This happened around Halloween. So they came to my door in the dormitory, and it was one of the 3 girls, and she handed me some candy. So I thought it was like a peace offering. She was just being friendly. No, she put a poison, a type of toxin in the candy, and in the next morning I woke up with these hives all over my eye closed up, and I had a big ring on my neck. I never told my parents what happened. I was embarrassed. I was embarrassed. Why was I embarrassed? Because I got attacked by people of my race through stealth, and I felt naive, but I was all about equality. And when I exposed those wicked women indirectly, and I did it publicly, so I wanted everybody to share in the party. See, these individuals at the party wanted to promote a particular thing and not share different types of music, because I sensed they were doing something to try to look tough and try to intimidate. I and those other people at the party, we all have to pay to go to that school. I know I paid to go to that school. No one paid it for me. I paid out of my pocket and student loan, and I had to pay that student loan out of my own pocket. And when I in essence challenged these women from my group, they physically hurt me. They physically hurt me. Have you ever, Jet Juice, ever opened up your mouth to the people who you identify with, if they ever said anything against another group, and stood your ground and said, and expose them? And were you ever hurt? Did anyone ever try to poison you? This is what happened to me. And I was just a 19-year-old girl. I never forgot the experience. Never forgot it. I walked in shame because I felt stupid because they did this thing to me. And I never went to the police about it, or the campus police, what these girls did. I just went and got quiet. But I continue in my life journey to expose things whether they be black or white. I've always been this way, and so very few people could relate to me. And so I'm looking at Jet Juice, what he said yesterday. Yes, white lives matter. And that's why I say in my videos that to hug yourself, to love yourself. Yeah, it's about loving you. When you're able to love yourself, you can love others. Those girls who let me just switch the video. Let me see. Okay, let me just switch. Yeah, I had it on the other screen. Yeah, so people, when you're able to love yourself, only then can you really love other people. Those girls who poisoned me, they didn't love themselves. When you love yourself, you wouldn't say that other people cannot express themselves musically, or let's say it was food, whatever. These were bullies, and I don't like bullies. And I don't like bullies from my community or any other. Okay? So again, with let me switch to the comments, because this is what I'm addressing. So the next thing that Jet Juice has said, he says, I love you dearly and I am here for you, but my goal in life is to show you what a hypocrite you are. You are a hypocrite. So where did this come from? See, I'm sharing. Do you all see in yesterday's video, in the comment to the bottom right of Jet Juice? Is this love? What he's talking? Please explain why. What I said hypocritical. I'm exposing. I'm exposing my things that happen. Okay, so let me go forward because they're saying other things. Okay. Okay, the next thing he's talking about, let's see. He says, Journey, you are truly scared by your life experiences. We are all a sum of our life experiences, and you are paying the price for those who came before you. Then he's talking about affirmative action. Now, who's talking about affirmative action? Okay, let me go back a little bit and see, did I make mention about affirmative action? That was at the 149 marker. So let me just go back to one minute. Okay, this is at the 146 minute marker, and let me play it now.
Or on Native American. But you have the black component in that too. But I guess it wasn't as heavy of...
Okay, could you guys hear the video now?
Or they just died out. Yes, many of them did intermarry. So, but it's the black population, or the evidence of black population in Mexico is in southern Mexico. That's where most of them live. And they live in utmost poverty. Yeah. And if someone from that region of Mexico goes visits Mexico City, they're followed. They assume that they are from Cuba and that their communists are trying to infiltrate Mexico. Isn't that something? So black people aren't even free in Mexico.
Okay.
Mexican.
Okay. So now on the right hand side, the comment comes out. He's talking about affirmative action. Okay. Jet Juice says here, affirmative action oppresses white people. I don't like affirmative action. Anything that gives someone an artificial boost create unrest in our society. Okay? Now, I never brought up the subject of affirmative action. You won't hear me on this channel talk about affirmative action. Not at all. And I did address his statement as well. So I don't know where you're getting all this. I don't know what triggered you. I never talked about affirmative action, and no one else in the chat room talked about affirmative action, but you do. So at one point here, up here, you're saying something about that I have to watch myself, and what if I was pro-white? What if I said I'm only going to buy white? It works both ways. I never said that. I never talked about that. So I don't know why you're talking about it. See, that's why in the chat room, it's better if you stay on the topic, because then so that everyone else would know what you're talking about. Okay? Because what's going on. So let me go further. Okay, then he says, anyone going to back me up here? Anyone else feel that our wonderful spirit journey has a chip on her shoulder? So I thought that was very interesting. And so let me share what I respond. Because see, I was looking in the camera, so at this part of the video, I was focused on talking, so I wasn't looking at the comments. I was looking at the camera. And then when I noticed that there were other chats, so I went to look at it. Let me play it now.
And it was given to the president of that time, and he made policies, I think, based on that movie to hold blacks down. Why do we go through all this? I think the people that are in power, see, think of it as a grid, this power grid, and they want to create a friction, because with friction you get more energy, and it's this type of friction energy that they feed off of. They rely on it.
Okay, now
to perpetuate this negativity in America, and primarily they love to use black people because, again, blacks seem to have more passion in their emotions, and they feed off of it. Again, we're indigenous to the planet genetically, right?
Okay, I'm going to look at the comment.
So that's what I think was really going on. That it doesn't matter what your race is, because the both sides are causing harm to the planet. They put GMOs in the food. They want you to wear a mask so you can't breathe. So if you do have a compromised system, you get worse. You get worse. Wow, I think... Okay, I can't tell if it's still snowing out there, but the sky looks very hazy. Yeah, it looks very, very hazy out there. I think, let's see what else here. See the other topic, let's see. Okay, oh, look at my little doggy. Hi. Hi, Anta. Hi. Hi, look at the camera, look at... Oh, isn't that cute?
Yeah, I'm going to look at the...
He's my little boy.
Yeah, I'm going to look at the
so
message soon.
You sweet little boy. You want to give mommy a kiss? You want to give mommy a kiss? Kiss, kiss. He wants me to pet his head. Let me show you that I'm petting his head. Look, isn't he handsome? See, doggies do like to get their head pet. I saw a video 2 days ago. They said dogs don't like their head pet. He loves his head pet. See that?
Okay, it's right after this.
Isn't that cute? They love it. It soothes them. You know, it soothes me also. Let me see the messages, okay?
Okay.
Let me see here. Yeah, Claudia says division. They enforce division among us. Yeah. Yeah. And the things that I share, I'm not sharing it to cause division, but to expose it. To expose what they're really about. And in using white... Oops. Sorry, my thumb hit something by accident. Yeah, they're using any race now. Remember Juicy Smollett? He had his friends lie and say that he was beaten up by white people. He was beat up by black people, black Nigerians. Well, I should say Americans by birth, but they're Nigerians.
So I'm exposing what some groups do, and I'm talking about black people. Okay, here you go now.
Okay. Judge says Claudia's right. The left profits from the division between us, but you have to watch yourself, Journey. What if I said I was pro-white? What if I said I am only going to buy white? It works both. Yeah, and I mentioned that. Yeah, exactly. I'm pro-black in the sense that I want the best for black people, but I'll help anybody. You know,
okay.
It's about. I'm trying to say that you have to. If you don't love yourself, you're not good for really anybody. How can you be good for somebody else and not your own? Whether it be your family, you know, or someone who's connected with you. There is a problem unless, as I mentioned earlier, that they're out to get you. Let's say they want you initiated. Some people use sexual rituals against family members to traumatize them, to initiate them. And they say, no, I refuse. I do not participate. I do not consent. I do not consent. Sometimes your own blood are your worst enemy. I'm just saying, you know, protect yourself. And if you can help people, help people. But I'm seeing that they're using anybody, and even people from your own community, to spy on you, to hurt you. And I heard in a video, YouTube video, that I think in Britain, that they're using children to spy on their adults. You heard me right. They're getting really desperate now. They go, because see, they want to implement some next phase. So they're getting desperate and using children to put like the nail in the coffin.
Okay, I'm going to go on. Sorry.
It goes both ways. That is correct, Judge Hughes. It's not about being pro, you know, and hating a body. I hate what people do. I hate what some people do. That's what I'm getting at. Yeah, people, evil people who do harm, and yes, they may target certain groups. And that is what I'm against. And I'm trying to wake up my own, because I'm a part of a group, and I'm learning that even within the group that they're trying to oppress you. Yeah, okay. Judge says, I love you dearly and I'm here for you, but my goal in life is to show you what a hypocrite you are. Oh, interesting. Okay.
I never called your name.
Okay, Journey, you are truly scared by your life experiences. We are all a sum of our life experience, and you are paying the price for those came before you. Okay, judges. Affirmative action oppresses white people. I don't like affirmative action. Anything that gives someone an artificial boost create unrest in our society. True, I believe that as well. Yeah, I'm not on I'm not okay. I'm not saying anything contrary to what you're saying, if put in the right context. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm not being hypocritical. What I'm trying to, someone has to love us. And but it starts with self-love. That I encourage my viewers to look in the mirror and say, I love you, to themselves. That's what I'm about. It's not being a hypocrite. If you don't love yourself, you're not good for any community. And my background, I come from a diverse background genetically, but I am socialized and a member of what we call the Black community. And things happen to us in America as a group. Oops. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But I'm glad that you did share that, because see, I want, if I say something and if it's taken out of context, then that's a problem. So I have to correct it. Okay, what else there? Yeah, affirmative action is a tool if used correctly. See, affirmative action in its theory is to correct a wrong. Like if you have, you fall on the ground, you get a hole in your pants leg, you want to sew it up and mend it. And that's all what the affirmative action program was to be all about. But now it's being used as a division against...
Okay, I'm going to just fast for a little bit, because as you see here, there's another comment that he says, okay, where you say, anyone going to back, let's see.
Anybody, when you look in the mirror, who do you see? You see yourself. There are people who don't like themselves. And in some of my videos I say,
let's see,
I was raised with someone who had diabetes and everything that went up.
Okay, I'm trying to find it. Okay, let me just put on stop. Okay, so as we see here, okay, let me just switch again. Let me just see here. I'm navigating the different windows here. Okay. Okay, so my face is on the top right. So I still want to discuss the comments. So as you see here, people, I was very surprised. See, why I'm letting you hear the audio, because I want you to know what was said just before the comment in question that I'm addressing came about. And I was respectful, and I even agreed that, yeah, I agree with you there. I never once talked about affirmative action. That's not my issue. Affirmative action is not in my vocabulary. And the part here where Jet Juice says, anyone going to back me up here, anyone else feel that our wonderful spirit journey has a chip on her shoulder. So I thought that was problematic, extremely so. And why I found that problematic is because I thought it had a hateful flavor to it. Jet Juice has talked on my channel recently, I think maybe the past 2 weeks, always very pleasant. I've always greeted him when he came on board. I never name called him. I never asked anyone in the chat room to do anything against him. Never. I never done that. I've never done that in any of my videos. And so I thought when I read the part that is anyone going to, it says anyone with any guts to call it like it is. So I took that as anger, and I took that as bullying. And I was like, in my mind, at that time, I was thinking, did I say something that I didn't realize I said? And did I say anything threatening against white people? And again, I've heard of Jet Juice before my channel, and it was always very pleasant. And it almost seemed like a personality shift that I didn't understand where, So at this point, I didn't really address the issue. I mean, I just thought, okay, after I do the live stream, to review it. Maybe I said something, and if I need to apologize, Yeah, I'm who I am, and the flavor and the tone of all my videos are basically the same. I basically say the same thing, but I might add different things to it, or things that events that emphasize the theme of my channel. So I don't appreciate anyone telling any other, to do something. It's like I cannot come into your home, put my foot on your coffee table, and then start telling the other guests in my room for them to do something against me. You understand what I'm saying? So I thought that was disrespectful, and I don't know why you did this. And so now, yeah, let me see what else he said. Yeah. See, I like to try to back up the things that I say. Let me see here. I'm just fast putting it forward to see the other comments. Okay, so right now, Jet Juice is sharing a lot on the chat, and no one else is. And he or she makes a reference to that also. Let me see here. Okay. Don't dare call it affirmative action. It is created so many problems in America, and it hasn't helped anybody. Truly, it is placed those who aren't qualified in positions they can't handle. That is true. Sometimes people who are hired in affirmative action may not be fully qualified for it. But it's not my argument. It is your argument, Jet Juice. No one in the chat room is talking about this, but something switched in you, and you're doing this to me, and I don't understand why. Okay. And then you talked about reparations. Okay, and then what else? Okay, then you said this about welfare. On the very bottom you say, we have reparations, it's called welfare, and the white man has been paying it for generations and generations and generations. I'm sick of. Yeah. Do you know, and then let's see what else. And again, no one's talking about welfare or reparations. I'm not talking, we're talking about the boule. We talk about black organizations who, some individuals in these fraternities, sororities, whether they're black organizations or even white organizations, that there is a global attack on humanity, and that this attack can happen upon anyone. And that's what's happening in America, that's what's happening in Europe, and that's what I'm talking about. I couldn't give a hoot about affirmative action. That's not my issue. Okay, but it's your issue because you brought it up. And this is not the topic. Okay, what else he's saying here? Yeah, and I have to pay the same taxes. We all do. If we live in America, we all have to pay taxes. And then there was something about something else that he misunderstood. Or she understood. Okay. Let me see here. Let me see. Okay, there's something else here. Okay, in this part here, Jet Juice says, everyone has quieted down and they're watching for your response. But notice they're not shooting out this, okay, but not shooting out. This is interest. Okay. Now, I cannot speak really for the people who were in the chat room at that time, but I could only speculate that the reason why they didn't interject was because they're trying to figure out, like myself, where you're coming from, why this personality change and this aggression. I take it as aggression. It's not a spirit of love. I don't know. I think we're all baffled. I never said that I never said that. Okay, let me see what else. Here, let's see. Okay, on the very bottom, in the yesterday's chat room, he or she says, percentages, you are wrong. The percentages of blacks to the total population is higher than the percentage of whites on welfare to the white population. Look it up. Okay, you misunderstood me, Jet Juice. I didn't say percentages, so I'm gonna play that back. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, let me see. Let me play it. Let me see if I, yeah.
Awaken people with information. Each one, teach one. Each one, teach one. Okay? Yeah. So, wow, I've been on for a while. Yeah, it's light outside now. And I have to get ready. I got to take a shower and everything. But this was a very revealing live stream. Yeah, this is very revealing, and I hope those of you who are part of this live stream and read the comments, it's very informative. Use these words as a tool to improve your living situation. Yeah, and when you are able to help someone, go help someone. Okay? I thank you again. Let me read the last message here. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Everyone has quiet down and they're watching for your response, but knows that they're not shooting out. This is shooting out. This is interest. Affirmative action creates an unfair, unlevel playing field. It is a joke. You must admit that when you benefit, when you hurt another. Oh, you mean hurt another. Okay. Yeah, very interesting. Yeah. I didn't make mention of affirmative action in this live stream, but yeah, it is what it is. But Jet Juice, if you receive affirmative action of any kind, anybody loves to receive benefits. Anyone, whether it's financial, whether food, we all need love. We all. Who says no for help? But I know for me, I want to get things because of strength, my work. That's also what this channel is about. Is it wrong to get a benefit, a legal benefit? No. But don't rub it in people's faces. Be in humility, what you receive, and if you can share, that's a beautiful thing too. Yeah. So, I thank you all for listening. As I said, I've been here for a while, and each one teach one. And again, that we keep on the topic of what I was talking about, and but if those people who want to talk about other subjects, whether just to stay with the program, or just you could leave the stream and start your own stream somewhere, of the new topic. Yeah. So I talked about the COVID, and then I was talking about the
Okay.
boomerang, things like that.
Okay, so now Jet Juice just presented something about percentages, but I didn't mention anything about percentages. See, at that point, see on the bottom of the
Yeah.
screen?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's see. Percentages, you are wrong. Let's see. Percentages, you are wrong. The percentages of black and the total population of the is higher than the percentage of white on welfare to the
He's,
white.
he's re-
Okay, I didn't say percentages.
okay. Okay. So I didn't mention anything about percentages. I did say that I was hoping to find it, but I did say that um, with welfare that you have both. Boy, I can't find it now. It's somewhere around there. But either way, I never said that percentages. I did say that. Let me see if I can find it. Where did it go now? Where did it go? Because I want to find it. Because I talked about.
So yeah, if one doesn't need affirmative action, it's a tricky thing. I don't ask for affirmative action, but I want fairness in the job market. And I want the idea. I like the idea of me having my own business. I don't want to be dependent on anybody. I don't. I don't. It's not my thing. And I don't know who here is talking about affirmative action. Yeah, I don't know who started with affirmative action. I didn't make mention about affirmative action. What I did say that you should help your own. So let's say you're a father or mother, Jet Juice. No one will accuse you saying you're a bad parent for helping your children. And community could extend into
Yeah.
let's say neighborhood.
Let me
Let's say you
go forward a little bit more.
in affirmative action. Sometimes affirmative action could be put in somebody could make someone else feel awful. But again, it's still about racism. And that's why they have affirmative action. They know some people would never get a job at a company unless there was affirmative action. Some places they don't put
Yeah, I'm trying to find the part about
kids.
welfare.
Okay.
I think I talk about America.
For free. Oh, what is that? You mean in school? Judges have said currently every child in the valley gets banned for free every day, including weekends on my pay. I'm not familiar with that. So I don't live in Nevada. Oh, okay. Get fed breakfast, lunch, dinner. Okay. Yeah, yeah, everybody. They had the. Okay, you talk about the food lunch program.
Yeah, and I never, and again, I'm not talking about any of this stuff. I never talked about this, but he or she is. Okay, I was trying to find the part about the welfare.
That they're not able to concentrate on their schoolwork.
Oh, the food, maybe the food lunch, maybe but right here, around here. Let me see. Could be around here.
Okay. Let's see. Currently, every child in Nevada gets banned for free every day, including weekends, on my paycheck. Something's not right. People are not taking care of their kids. Gets banned for free.
I'm trying to read the comments he's saying.
Oh, what is that? You mean in school? Judges have said currently every child in Nevada gets banned for free every day, including weekends on my pay. I'm not familiar with that. So I don't live in Nevada.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Get fed, get fed, get fed breakfast, lunch, dinner. Okay. Yeah, yeah, everybody, they had okay, you talk about the food lunch program. The food lunch program, um, that came about, I think, in the 1960s. And the, the premise was that if a child is not being fed properly, that they're not able to concentrate on their schoolwork. But that's given to anyone who qualifies, regardless of race, religion, whatever. You know, so I mean, my parents had to pay for my lunch. Yeah, and I remember the kids that had the free lunch, and they'd be buying cigarettes, and I remember they brought illicit drugs to school. That was in the 7th grade. I remember seeing that. You know. Oh well, yeah. Our tax money does federal programs that, like I shared with you my what do you call it?
Sorry about that.
Yeah, that I graduated in nutrition. I got my master's in nutrition, and I was able to get a job in a WIC office doing volunteer work.
Okay, I think it's
And I
coming
saw
up about the
firsthand how
welfare.
the program works.
Yeah, I'm talking about the WIC
And
program.
it's a needs-based thing. They have, like in the WIC, they also have, WIC stands for Women, Infants, and Children. So if you are an at-risk mommy, your doctor could put you on the program if you like. And if your kid is at risk, meaning they let's say low blood iron, also, your kid could, the doctor, pediatrician.
Let me know if you guys could hear the audio, because it's coming out of my
If you want to
speaker.
get free food, whatever, assistance, you can have that. But also, you may not be a documented worker slash here illicitly, and you get. They say that you cannot turn away anybody according to their legal status. So I had to do seminars and stuff, and do the program with these people, all types of people, and some of them they may not have been documented, and they're encouraged. See, see, the system really knows what's going on, and they know that these undocumented workers are going to have children here, and they don't want the liability of sick kids. So they have this program for these kids to get extra food. It's a cool, but it's not a lot. It's a supplementary program, and it's also SNAP. That's another program for, I think, kids 5 and up or something, or over 3. I forget. It could be from 5 and up. I forget. It's been about 9 years since I've been there, but yeah, it is what it is. But perhaps Jet Juice, you seem to have a lot of passion in you, and yeah, let's see. I'm not a fan. I just enjoy a righteous, honest, give and take spirit journey. You're a lot. You might be right, but it's also a time of liberation. Liberation. Yeah, and may you have the liberations too, Jet Juice.
Okay.
And being able to help the people in your community or in your family or over the internet on your channel. You could have do videos on your channel and share your life experiences. See, we are all part of our experience, good or bad. I embrace it all. I don't have to like it, but I embrace it.
Okay, notice here. Okay, I'm talking about, and I'm addressing his concerns or her concerns here, and another comment from yesterday's stream where he says everyone has quieted down and they're watching your response, but notice they're not shooting out. This is interesting. So when I read that, it sounds like you're trying to provoke, but yet I'm addressing your issues directly. I'm not asking anyone in the chat room to comment you. I am coming to you directly, and I'm very peaceful and encouraging you that no matter what community you're from, to help, if you wanted to help the people from your community or even your family. That's good. That shows self-love. I'm about self-love regardless of what your race is. I'll continue to play the video.
Share my life experience, and the reason why I share my experience is because I know I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one that's ever been in the military. I know I'm not the only one that was targeted in the military. I know I'm not the only one that has this life. And some of us are afraid to speak up. So I speak up for them. And when I speak up and share certain things, people say, hey, yeah, that happened to me. Yeah, and thank you, Spirit Journey, by reminding me, yes, to love the person in the mirror. That's what it's all about. It's about loving yourself first. And when you truly love yourself, you can love anybody. Yeah. That's what this channel, Spirit Journey, is all about. I'm not really getting money for my I'm being shadow banned. Big time. They've already pulled my channel several times. They pulled it for a week. Pulled it and said that I could not upload and I could not monetize. Yeah, if you say certain things, they pull it.
Yeah.
And I just shared something with a doctor, an MD shared, and I shared it, and it was removed. So I'm just trying to awaken people with information. Each one, teach one. Each one, teach one. Okay? Yeah. So, wow, it's been on for a while. Yeah, it's light outside now. And I have to get ready. I got to take a shower and everything.
Okay, can't find it now.
Humility, what you receive, and if you can share welfare, there are more white people on welfare.
Okay.
Percentages, you are wrong. The percentages of blacks and the total population is higher than the percentage of whites on welfare to the what? Okay, I didn't say percentages. If I did say percentages, but the number. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I can't find that specific spot. Because I was told, let me change this screen. Okay, it's me again. Yeah, so you're all able to see the comment, and so again, I was confused at this with yesterday, the last half hour of the 2.5 hours live stream, because I didn't bring up anything about reparations. I'm sorry, the word affirmative action. Excuse me, affirmative action. I never mentioned the term affirmative action, and I thought maybe someone in the chat used the term. So I scrolled in it, after the live stream came up, was uploaded. I reviewed it, and I couldn't find anything on it. Do I have opinions about affirmative actions? I shared with you yesterday. Affirmative action, it's not my issue. And as I said, I believe in getting things because I earned it. My father said, growing up, you got to be the best. You have to be the best. And he was the best at what he did. He did. His mother told my father that you have to be the best to get anything in life. So my father never got a handout. He was the top of his graduation. No, he was either the number 2 or the number 3 person in his graduation class in high school. So he went to the best. He went to then the best college in New York City. Yeah. So I believe that. No one wants to feel that handicapped or a handout type of thing. I want to get things because of strength, because I earned it. You appreciate it more, But affirmative action does exist in this country for a reason. But again, I never, as you see, those who are watching this live stream, I never once mentioned affirmative action, and I scrolled through it, yesterday's chat, and I can't find anyone who made mention. And so my confusion, why at times I might look confused, I thought, hey, did I say something or did someone else? So I was like thinking, I think, did I say anything? So I was starting to doubt myself, thinking, because he's saying it so boldly as if I said it. But as you see, as I shared, I was always very polite to him and even encouraged him or her to do good for his community, just like I want to do good for my community, whatever what that community might be. It could be a community of women, it could be a community of relatives, or it could be a community of people who live in my building. Community is infinite. It could be any type of community, but whatever what that community is, love that community, be a part of it, enjoy. And in order to love your community, whoever or whatever it is, you have to first love yourself. And yes, we all are the combination of all our experiences. And that's what Spirit Journey Channel's about. In me sharing those experiences, because some of you might be very shy and you may not want to share, but you want to hear someone who had similar experiences and it can help them. Just like I watch other people's videos and some of them help me. Okay, so let's see. So this live stream here, I don't understand what triggered you. And it's something that's your issue, not mine. And we all pay. I pay taxes. You pay taxes. We if you live in this country, you pay taxes. I don't like some of the things where my money goes. Some of our money, our tax money, goes for overseas. And I'm a veteran. Why take all that money that I've earned and bring it and help somebody else who doesn't like our country? That's a concern. But the U.S. spends money all over. So it is what it is. It is what it is. And as with welfare, the welfare is for everyone. I mean, it's a needs base, and any race, religion, nationality who lives here lawfully can apply for welfare. Welfare is not just for one ethnic group, and that in actuality that more white people are on welfare than black people. That is the numbers. However, percentage-wise, the percentage of black people on welfare probably is higher than the percentage of white people on it. But still, numerically, the number of whites on it is more than blacks. But again, thank God for welfare or food stamps, because that's why, and I mentioned about this yesterday, that's why so many people want to come to the United States of America, because it offers the best to anyone who comes in here. So I support my country. I support America because it is supporting me. You have good people in America and you have bad people in America. But we're all in this same game and we're all learning. We're all learning in this experience. And as I said in the very first thing in this video about the visions that I get, that this world is not all what we think it really is. It starts to feel real. And yes, sometimes I get really emotional about the social climate on the planet. It's not just America that's getting excited. There's people getting excited in Europe. I had turned on my YouTube, and then they have on the side the recommended videos for you to watch. And several of them were all live streams that were going on in Europe, and they're all rioting. So rioting is not an American event. It's not solely America. It's a global phenomenon. It's just in the United States that the system, or what we call racism, colorism, is at place. But in places where it's more homogenous, they're not going to have that same dynamics, but it's still people against people because of contrast. And I think that there are beings, whether it's spiritual, but there are beings that are trying to agitate and want people to fight. They want husbands and wives to fight. They want boyfriend and girlfriend to fight. They want employees to fight. They want different races to fight. They want different nationalities to fight. They want countries to fight one another. That's what's going on. And you have entities that provoke in order to elicit these negative responses or energies, because that's what they feed on. That's what I think it's all about. But it seems so real at times that, yes, we fall for it. And so what happened yesterday on the live stream, that something is going on. And I don't understand why it's going on. But again, yes, I'm glad that I'm just looking at some of the comments. Yeah, it's good to be American. And it's good that you'll be able to watch the live stream and review what happened. Because I never made mention about affirmative action. I don't care about it. And I've talked about what I've always talked about, and I don't know why now what I'm saying is why you're offended. But it's okay but you're entitled to feel what you want to feel. You're going through something, Jet Juice, and it's okay. We're all in this ride together. And if you need to get it out of your system, maybe you just need to walk away from the live stream and kind of like detox, because I don't know what's happening. I've always treated people with respect on my channel. Yeah. So that's what's going on. But you know what else is interesting? I was the subject of race and racism is sensitive to everyone. It's sensitive to me, and but when I review the comments from yesterday, I thought about an incident that happened years ago. I used to attend cosmetology school. That's with the learning how to do hair and nails and skin, things like that. I didn't finish. I went there for about 11 months. And during that 11 months, I got a job in a beauty salon, and but before I enrolled in the school, I went with a friend of mine. She went to get her hair done. I was just accompanying her, and the man that was doing her hair, he was the owner of the shop, and we were the only ones in the shop. And I'm sorry, I have to fast forward. I'm sorry. This man, he owns a shop that my friend got her hair done. And this man has a wife that teaches at the cosmetology school that I signed up in. He's the one that did tell me about the school. And I checked it out, and then I decided to enroll. But one day at the school, I was talking to a woman. And she was a white woman, and she told, we would talk about religion, about the Lutheran Church. And I said, the Lutheran Church. That wasn't that created by Martin Luther, and he had wrote this this thing on the door or something, and and he nailed it to the door. Well, that man who's the owner of that shop, the only thing that he heard was Martin Luther. To him, Martin Luther is the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. He just heard Martin Luther and assumed I'm talking about Martin Luther King Jr. So this is what he said. This is really funny. So he says this: "Oh, I'm sick and tired. People always talking about Martin Luther King, about equal rights and this and that, and I'm sick and tired of hearing about that." And me and the lady look at him like this. He thought I was talking about the black guy, who got assassinated in America, the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. I was talking about Martin Luther, the white German man. I think it was from Germany, but he was a white man, a theologian from the 1600s. But see, his mindset got triggered because in his vocabulary, anything that sounds like Martin and then Luther you must be talking about Martin Luther King. So his first name is Martin and his last name is King. So you could call it Martin King. But his full name is Martin Luther King Jr. I was not talking about Martin Luther King Jr. I said Martin Luther. And this man was a European from Italy or Sicily. But because he lived in a neighborhood that was, back in the 1980s, things were socially segregated, he got triggered. He got triggered because in his mindset was all about racism as well. And so even when you just talk about Martin Luther, the white German man from the 1600s, he got triggered and his true feelings came out about racism and equal rights. And he would say that black people got equal rights. Why do black people want equal rights? This guy was I think an immigrant from Italy or Sicily. I'm not 100, I forget. It's been over 30 years ago. But it was amusing. And in his salon, he keeps a segregated salon. He said to me, when I was accompanying my friend, he said, "Oh, but if you're going to get your hair done, you have to go upstairs to the black salon, the black section, because we keep it separate because, the fumes in the air with the different chemicals don't mix." I looked at him and I knew this guy is a racist. And chemicals are chemicals. So you're going to say a hair relaxer, and then you have a hair, a perm, and the fumes are in the air. The fumes has nothing to do with what's being applied to your hair. Or let's say you're getting your nails done. What about the fumes for the nails? See, he is a racist, and he wants to keep black people away from white people. So his colors came out. How he really it came out. And in fact, he wouldn't want to do my hair. What the guy didn't know. It gets really interesting, this story. What the owner of this hair salon in Jersey City has blacks and whites and Hispanics. What he didn't know was that my friend was a black woman. We have the same type of hair, but my friend is very pale in color, and she's also part Asian. So to many people, she looks like a mestizo to many people, or could be someone from Asia, East Asia. That is what she looks like to people. But I know her family, and I sleep over her house, and her father's a black man. Her siblings look like black people, but she's the only one that came out the way she does. But if he would have known her true heritage, he probably would not have done her hair, because he is a hater. Yeah, he doesn't like black people. So that's why he keeps a segregated shop and wants to convince me that he has to keep it separate because the fumes in the air of the different products. You know how many products they have in a beauty salon? But it's what primarily do blacks get? Back then, black people got hair relaxer, and people with straight hair to get their hair permed. There's never an issue. I've been to other salons, and someone had gotten a relaxer done. There's so many things that I've done in a beauty salon. But I kept quiet. See, what I was experiencing those days was racism, and racism that was covered up. It made it sound scientific, Yeah, and when I did go into the beauty field in the school, yes, there were people that used the N-word, and I'm sitting right there, and that I saw in the beauty field that people didn't want to do people's, if it was they didn't want to do black people's hair. You weren't welcome. And 8 years ago, I went to a beauty salon near where I live, and they didn't want to do my hair. I just wanted hair color. I didn't want a relaxer or anything. I just wanted a hair color. And many of the white salons where I live, that they get the hair coloring, like they get the frosting and then the color. They specialize in that. So that's all I wanted. And they made a big issue about it. And I exposed them nicely. They were Russians, and you had whites, you had Asians that went in, and when they came in, they were just doing their hair. They just they didn't have to wait, they didn't have to sit down. Oh, just come in. Oh, we'll wash your hair to get you prepped for the haircut, whatever. Me, they didn't want it. They didn't tend to me. And I told them what I wanted. I just want a hair color. And I presume the owner, when I told the owner what I wanted, I said, I'd like to get my hair colored. I told him the color I wanted. Oh, you don't want to get that color because if you do, you have to come back. You have to come and keep coming back. Well, isn't that what an owner would want you to do, to come back? And then he just had me sitting there, and I'm watching everybody else getting worked on. So I said, I'm waiting to get my hair done. So fast forward, I finally do get it done. And And I have to add this small little part. When you get your hair colored, you're not supposed to wash the hair. Why did he assign them to wash my hair? Because he thinks I'm dirty. He thinks black people's hair is dirty. So he went against the protocols of a hairdresser, a colorist, someone to color the hair. You never shampoo the hair before a hair coloring. For one thing, you can damage the scalp, you can accidentally scratch the scalp, and if you put in a permanent hair color, it will burn your scalp. And also the natural oils in the hair allows the pigment to enter into the cuticle of the hair. So he violated that rule. Why did he do it? Because it's what he really thinks about me. He didn't want me to come back. He didn't want to touch a dirty person, and dirty because of my race. And so then he says to me, I finally get my hair colored, and then I had someone else was to style it. They just were to blow it dry and then use like an iron on it. And so I shared with the lady. I said, she was nice. She said, I said to her, I shared with her about my background. I said, my great grandfather is from Russia. Or was a Russian. I said my great grandfather was a Russian, and from the town of, and I gave the name of the town, and she lit up. She says, "Oh wow," and blah blah, and she starts talking to me. And she says, "You know something? In the future, I really apologize to you because they had you waiting like that. I'm so sorry they did that to you. From now on, you come directly to me and I'll do your hair." I said, "Oh, that's okay, But I told her that because I wanted them to know who they're dealing with. That yes, I am a black woman, but I'm part Russian too, according to what I was told by a parent. And I just want them to know, yeah, I might be a black person, but we have connections too. I'm part of you, despite that you hate me because I'm black. But I'm just telling you this for conscious sake, for your conscious sake. And what I told her, she responded exactly how I wanted her to. And I never went back there again. And you know what else? That store is not, that hairdress, that salon is no longer there. Yeah, see, when you do horrible things to people, when you do racism and when you cover up racism, it eventually will bite you. And so I share this stuff because it is my experience, and that I expose what happened to me. And again, so the statements that I say is a wake up for all of us, how we all treat each other. And so that incident with the guy, the salon owner from Jersey City, and he didn't know who he was doing, but he didn't want to do my hair because of what I look like, but not knowing that he's working on a black person's hair. Yeah, our hair type was pretty much the same. He would have to do the same thing if I was to get my hair done and colored by that first guy from Jersey City. He would have to do the same thing. But see, perception colors how we treat people. The perception of yesterday, that when something triggered Jet Juice, something triggered him to discuss something that I never talked about. And I had to even check to find out, did someone use the word affirmative action or even welfare? And I couldn't find it. But then when he mentioned it in the chat, only then did I repeat. I read out loud what he said, and I gave whatever comment that I felt at the moment, So it's really interesting. See, any of us could become triggered, just like the Italian guy. In fact, the Italian, I thought the man in Jersey City that owned that salon, I thought he was from South Asia, like from India, because his skin was brown. I think he came from vacation. He was almost my color. And so I just assumed he was a South Asian guy. I couldn't, it doesn't matter who he was. My friend, I was accompanying my friend, and then I found out he's an Italian, either Italian or Sicilian. I know he told us. And he's married to who was to become my teacher, my cosmetology teacher. And there were other things. And they said, that my teacher had said, who got bad hair? And then she walked up, then she says, who has bad hair? Who has coarse hair? My hair's not coarse, but my teacher did have coarse hair. Coarse not meaning that something's negative about it. Coarse in cosmetology, in hair science, has to do with the gauge, the thickness of the hair cuticle. But she made it synonymous that having coarse texture hair, meaning the thickness of the cuticle, is associated with people of color. So the only person she walked up to was me and this Hispanic girl from South America. But there were people in the classroom who clearly have coarse texture hair, referring to just the size of the hair shaft, and not about a judgment call. But she said bad hair and coarse. Who has bad hair? Who has coarse hair? And then she went and touched the girl's hair. And it made me feel badly. This was racism. This is a type of racism, and about hair type, hair texture. Yeah. So so this is what I experienced in an American school, and I was at that time the only black person, and then the Hispanic person came. There were two other Hispanics that eventually came, but initially I was the only person of color, what they call person of color. And then as the months went on, other people of color came in. So I was like a trailblazer. And my life in New York City was really one like a trailblazer. I was usually the only one of color. But now in New York City, you have a lot of people in many different types of jobs who are of color. So yeah, so I wanted to share that. And let's see here. Yeah, that's basically all. I was just looking at my a little note tag here. Yeah, so that's basically me. And all this, you walk with your own experiences, and something happened with Jet Juice to make him respond the way he did. And again, I did observe his channel. Okay, let me see. Okay, let me share you. Okay, so this is Jet Juice's channel. Okay, I see two here. This is the avatar. One on top is the avatar that I'm used to seeing. I don't know whether this is the same person, but they were started just months apart. They're 3 months apart. The one on top is a newer channel, and let me just click on it. Okay, and so this is his channel. So he has uploaded two videos. Okay, and then that is fine. I have people that go on my channel and they may not have any videos, or sometimes they just have a playlist that they created from other people's videos. So there's no judgment here. Okay, so this is what content he has. So that's the home. Okay, and the video button is the same one. So I guess for his channel or her channel, I don't know whether it's a he or she, okay, because anyone could see. I put my face out there. Okay, I want people to know who I am. Sometimes I just have my voice, but everybody knows who I am, who have been on my channel for the years. So I put my stuff out there. Okay, and Jet Juice and any other people have the freedom to share what they want to share, what's important to them. What is important to them? So evidently these two things are important to he or she. And that you respect it, you know. And if I didn't want to respect his work, whatever, I wouldn't watch it. And that's about it. So I have, okay, let me turn it. Okay, so I have over 1,500 videos. Just the regular videos. And then I have my live stream. I might have over 2,000 content. I am a content producer. I produce. I don't put just a couple of seconds. I mean, I put out hours of content. Hours. And I do my live streams. I do my videos in this format because of my voice. I was told that I have a very soothing voice, and I know some people might get edgy, they might feel upset, and so my videos are really designed for, let's say you're doing homework in the background, you're doing homework, or you're cooking, or let's say you're resting. You just turn on one of my videos, the voice is soothing, and you just listen to it in the background, you fall asleep, or whatever. That's what it's designed to do, just to chill out. And those who want to partake in a live stream, if I do a live stream, or if I just do a regular upload, you could comment, whatever. It's like inviting you in my space, and I'm open. I'm open about my background. I'm open about my opinions on things. Yeah. So everybody else who has a YouTube channel, I respect your channel. And you can put up content, and you want, when people go to your channel, to be respectful. And that when someone, let's say a live chat, discuss what's being said. In this case, it just, what was created was confusion, and that when it was addressed that the other people aren't saying anything against me, or adding to, you're not required to respond to someone who's telling you what to do. This is my channel, and I want you to feel comfortable and at home. If you don't feel like responding to someone's comment, that's fine, but always be respectful. And as you see from yesterday, as I shared, I was very respectful to him or her. And yes, he's entitled or she's entitled to her or his opinion. And that's what life is all about. Do I have a belief system? Sure. We all have belief systems. And sometimes I share it. Pretty much people who have been watching my video for even 1 month know what I'm all about. And you have the freedom to move on, to expand and listen to other people. Maybe it's just time for you to find another channel to interest you. That's all. That's all that I take of it. If I watch someone's content, if I feel that I'm getting I just go somewhere else. So I hope whatever what was bothering you yesterday clears up. Maybe this is just a sign that you need to detox from my channel and maybe find another channel, or you could put up content on your channel and express your views on matters such as what you brought up, affirmative action. Yeah, this channel does not talk about affirmative action, but you could talk about it in your channel, and people could come on and enjoy your content. Yeah, enjoy whatever content that's out there. So that's basically me. I put it out there, and I appreciate all your viewers. Okay, so you're saying I don't know what trolling is, and the channel is my 12-year-old son. I'm just staying awake late at night and listening to her. I have no interest in bothering anybody. It's her that... Okay. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So I wasn't reading the new comments. Okay, so I'm just scrolling now. Okay. I thought this was live chat is supposed to be live lessons. I didn't bring up rate. I want to talk. Okay. Well, yeah, cheese souffle. Okay. Yeah, but yeah. Here's how raised I am. My heroes, Maganathan, and they talk and walk the walk, and they speak sense. Okay. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I didn't mention Michael Max or William Buckley, F. Buckley. Yeah, I talk about a lot of things. Okay. Are you nuts? I'm putting energy on what planet are you from? And please take me. I don't know. I'm targeting the person making the statements. I'm targeting no one. I'm throwing her a lifeline. Okay. I don't know what lifeline I need. I don't know. Okay. Judges are saying Journey is offended because she was called out to look in her own mirror. Substitute the term white for black in every video. Just do it. I rest my case. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. I talk about both people. Yeah. I don't know. Okay, I'm not offended, honest. I'm a Republican. This is my duty to America. She makes my case with every statement. I don't know what statement. I don't know. I don't know what statement you're talking about. I do talk about race. I'm a black person in America. It's a reality that you go through living here. I would be wondering if a black person, someone who's obviously of black heritage, did not experience certain things, like going to a salon and they don't want to do your hair, stuff like that. Things like it's life. It's life. But I just shared, yesterday I just shared about the boule and that you have organizations. Yesterday's theme was about organizations and organizations that could infiltrate a group. And because I live in a black neighborhood, they're going to go in a black neighborhood. And I'm sure you have white organizations who infiltrate white communities and do the same thing. And that it's a collective. That was my theme from yesterday. And that's it. That was it. And I out my own. I also support my own. I also try to do videos to say, that you are love. That to love yourself. And that no matter what your race is, Jet Juice, I've always said, Love the person you see in the mirror. And that is my theme, and that's how I usually close a lot of my videos. I know I say a lot about social events, and yes, racial events, especially from 2020. I couldn't help it. But in the long run, it's about self-love and loving yourself. And that's all that it was about. Yeah. So I hope I clarified myself about what happened yesterday and who I'm all about. So in the future, anyone who's going to watch my channel, the etiquette for my channel that I would like, if you follow, when you come into the chat room, to just say hello in the chat room, and to respect everybody's belief. And what else? And when you're leaving the chat room, you can just say goodbye. You know, that you have to, you're busy, whatever. I would like that. And I think it show goodwill to everybody. And to give me a thumbs up also. And that helps the what do you call it, analogs? I forget what it's called. Yeah. What else? You have to respect one another in the chat room. And if the top, and to stay on topic. Yeah, that's basically it. To stay on topic with what's disgusting, because as you see from yesterday, it kind of bent somewhere to say hello when you come on and say goodbye. And again, and respect one another. I think those are fair rules. And again, this channel is not for everybody, but those who it resonates with, stay on board. And if you've outgrown the channel, that's okay too, and just move along. That's all. So I can't think of anything else. Yeah. But the BLM that you mentioned about Judge Juice, they don't like me either. They don't like me. Did you see my video about the guy wearing the Black Lives Matter T-shirt who groped me? You think I care about people, individuals wearing that and groping women? Have you ever been groped? Jet juice. It's a horrible experience. It's horrible. See, people are out of their mind. Many of the people in these so-called rallies, people wearing the BLM T-shirt or the Antifa, it's both Black Lives Matter organization and Antifa, and they both were in the same rallies, supporting each other, doing havoc. I don't want havoc. I want peace. And yes, I will expose those things. So, yeah. So I'm just, let's see. We all experience life and make judgments based on observations throughout. Why people are scared of being victimized by blacks. Okay. Yeah, they're blacks aren't the only ones that are doing the victimization. A lot. You have, with these riots, you have all types of people, and they're victimizing one another. Yeah, we have to rise above it. Rise above all the melee, regardless of race, religion, nationality. And yes, in the future, I will bring up topics about race. I would talk about topics of politics. My interest. And I will also talk about my visions that I have. So it's going to be this pretty much the same stuff. So in a nutshell, again, I'm going to be closing this live stream. I thank you all for coming aboard. And again, we're going to stay on topic. And if you want to talk about other things, you can go on your own channel and discuss, start a live stream on your channel. you know? So I thank you for, yeah, Sophia, yeah. Yeah, thank you for your greeting also. Yeah, I'm glad that you came on board, all of you. And until next time soon, peace, love, and joy to all of you. And if I perceive also, one last note, if I perceive that someone may be bullying or putting energy out there that I think is bothering people on the chat, I will give a warning. Okay, I will give a warning, and then I will tell the person to cut it, and if they don't, they will be blocked. Okay, so I won't tolerate that. I don't want to tolerate that. Yeah, this is an open forum of respect, but if I think someone is getting too much off topic and causing agitation, I will eventually block them from being able to give a comment, okay? Yeah. And so I didn't do that today because I wanted to present my concern, and it was very revealing throughout this whole live stream, the comments. Again, I don't know why you're responding the way that you are. Just go within. I'll allow you to come back on. I didn't block you. I'm letting everybody know I didn't block you. But you're going to respect my channel and the other viewers, in the chat room. And if I sense that you're bullying any of us, I will block you. And I will tell the rest of the people that they were blocked. Okay? So thank you again. Yes. Peace, love, and joy to you all. Let's all of us rise. This is a journey for all of us. I have not arrived. And let us move forward together. Okay? Each one teach one. Okay? Take care. Enjoy your day. Okay? Bye-bye.